So recording is in progress. Okay, here we are, and here's everything I need. I got water in a big enough pot and a cover so I can turn that on to boil. It probably take about quite a while, a few minutes to bring to the boil. I should have turned it out 5 minutes ago. Meanwhile, let me prepare the lettuce. This is the out of way. This is the romaine lettuce. In my email, I said I will only use half of it because just Mike and me, half of it will be enough for actually for 2 meals. You have other things for it. It comes with a Ziploc that you can reuse. So they are already well washed. So we don't really need to wash it. I'm going to put that aside and we use only half. So that means I cut one of them into half and put that back in the bag. So take out the, which is for composting, and the rest of it can be used just like it is. I'm going to break all the leaf off one at a time and keep them whole. And the one in the middle, when it's small enough, I'll just cut it in half like this. So this is all ready to cook. When the water comes to a boil, you cook it. So the next other thing that we use is quite a lot of garlic. I'm going to use 4 big cloves. 2, 1. That's a big one. Okay, that should be enough. Put that aside. Now, there are various ways of, there are some tricks with getting the most out of the garlic. You know, the garlic that are fresh is more pungent. Garlic that are roasted is less, but garlic that are minced with a little bit of salt is the most pungent. So I'm going to take the skin off this garlic and sprinkle a little bit of salt on it. Actually, there's 5. I like this dish with lots of garlic. I hope you do too. So here's the garlic that I'm going to use. It's quite a lot, as you can see. Just sprinkle a little bit of salt and just chop it up with the salt. The salt draw out the garlic taste and make it really, really garlicky. quite ready. Let's see. I can prepare the sauce. On the sauce, I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Put that in the cup. Mix it up. And the recipe said you add 1 to 3, about 3 tablespoons of water. I'll leave that out last because it all depends on how soggy the lettuce is after you cook it. Waiting for the water to boil, which I should have done it 5 minutes before. Let me put away my lettuce. While the water comes up to the boil. Okay, it's starting to boil. You can bring it over and see. It's starting to bubble up. Keeping it covered will come to a boil faster. This actually is a different cover than the pot. The pot has a different cover that broke, so I threw that away. You can always find cover from thrift store that fits your pot. They say a watch pot doesn't boil. Yeah, it's not true. Physics says differently. I'm watching it and it's going to come to a boil. I can chop that more. I'm waiting for water to boil. That's a lot of garlic. So when one of my daughter, like mentioned before, cannot tolerate garlic, so I will use shallot instead of garlic for this dish when I'm cooking for the family. Yeah. So it's coming up to a boil now. I like a glass cover. You can see what's happening underneath inside the glass. Just keep it boiling, because as soon as you put the lettuce in, it's going to cool it down somewhat. So I want it to come to a really rolling boil before I put the lettuce in. And we put the lettuce in all at once. Here you go. And you only need to cook it for about 20 seconds. So when I put it in, make sure it's submerged. Once I put everything in and submerge it, and see that it come back to the boil. So I count to myself, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, all the way for 20 times. And keep it boiling, don't turn down the water. At this point, I want to drop in the water, about a tablespoon of oil, just regular cooking oil. The oil will keep the lettuce staying green, because wilted lettuce sometimes turn brown, but a little bit of oil will help it stay green. You don't want to cook it too long, so now we'll turn off the water and bring the lettuce up and put on the plate. Try to arrange it so that it's kind of all going about the same way, like you see in the picture that I sent. The water is going to come, the water from the lettuce is going to drain a little bit, so I'm going to drain out most of the water and drain it some more before I put in the sauce. So here the lettuce is ready to have the sauce added on. So I have a little pan, bring that up. There's a drop of water and I'm going to make sure it's dry before I put the oil in. Now I put in about 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. You can use olive oil if you like, but most Chinese cooking don't use olive oil because it's not native to China. And the boiling point for the regular oil is lower. So just heat it up a little before I put in the garlic. Just keep stirring until it's brown and golden, but not burnt. It's starting to brown, turning a little bit golden. Keep stirring it so it doesn't get evenly brown. Okay, see how it's starting to get a little bit golden, but not burned. Turn that off, turn off the heat, and now add in my sauce. Now, before I add the sauce to the lettuce, I want to make sure I drain off all that water. And now we're going to add just a little bit of water in here to dilute that sauce because it can be quite strong. With the, this is about a tablespoon, about 2 tablespoons of water. And just pour it all over the lettuce. And that is ready to be served, just like it is. And as you eat it, you use your chopstick to serve, and you just take a little piece and move it around so that all the other pieces get the sauce. And this is ready to put on the table. So Bon appetit, Sikfan, you can turn it off and I'll go and talk to